In this episode, we are going to do some final styling to the app, and we are developers doing styling, so avert your eyes.
You're watching Dev Tips with guest hosts
MPJ
and David. All right, here we have the app. It's running. Let's go to localhost to see what we're doing. Sign in with Spotify. See my playlist. You can see that it's not exactly looking like the Spotify interface. It won't.
No, it won't. It won't after our styling either.
We will just try to sort of make it a bit nicer. Perhaps make this larger, fix some margins,
Yes.
and wrap this up.
Okay.
So what should I put in a CSS file and what should I do inline here?
I tend to, and this, again, I stress here that this is me. I try to place as much as possible as inline styles.
Okay.
And the reason for that is that I really like the fact that React allows you to put everything related to a component in the component.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of separating your code like styles, HTML, and JavaScript, which is like the old way of styling components, which doesn't really make sense because it just confuses. Instead, it allows you to think playlist. It allows you to think playlist counter, hour counter, like think in those terms. And that is a way better way of organizing your application by feature instead of technicality.
Okay. So should we just remove the CSS? What do we have in the CSS?
Yeah, because some things are cumbersome to put as inline styles.
Like the HTML body background.
Yeah, exactly, because simply because React is not responsible for rendering the body. The React application is contained in a div inside the body.
But all this other crap we could remove.
Yes.
Because we're not using it.
Yep.
And then we'll just fix it.
Yes.
Now it looks like this.
Exactly. I think there was a centering there in the app CSS.
Yeah, but I don't want it.
No, actually not. It didn't really look good. I think that this is actually looking better.
We could just add here some padding, some basic padding because this will apply to everything.
Yeah.
Oops, okay, it's on both. This looks fine.
Yeah, sure. It's an improvement.
You probably don't think so, but I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
And we also see here we have some fake data. We might as well remove that.
Yes.
We don't use that anymore. We have the default style. Can we use that?
I think we do use that in several places.
Yeah, but can we...
Oh, let's use it for font. Let's change the font.
Font family.
Helvetica, man.
Or can do you have Comic Sans?
Oh, let's do it.
Does that exist on the Mac?
I don't know.
Failed to compile.
Too ugly font. Compilation fail.
No, we don't have it.
Perhaps you have... Like, open the font browser. Let's see if we can find something like... Papyrus! The only font face that is possibly worse.
Are these default ones? Do people have these?
Papyrus?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Papyrus? Wasn't it papyrus?
Sorry.
I think that the font family, that is kind of this style or something.
There we go.
Great. That is amazing. That is amazing.
This looks like a role-playing game.
Yeah.
This is a role-playing game playlist overview.
Fantastic.
And this H1 header has some default margins, I guess. So I will just fix that. Here we have the style default font size and just do...
Is there an NPM module with a CSS reset?
Let's do that.
Cool. And now I think if you scroll down somewhere here, I think you can steal something like... I think it will work. Just steal that.
Put it here?
No, do it in the app CSS and do like above the import app CSS. we import that
Here.
Yeah, but like they use another import thing. Let's see if that even works. Did that work? Let's see if it worked. You might have to restart the. It did. Ha!
It worked. Nice.
And also, like, the advantage of this, instead of using an include statement or like as a separate in the HTML, is that the create React app will now bundle it, so it will compact it into one CSS file that is compressed as well.
So let's do the playlists ones, or the. So this could have a margin top, perhaps, to make it look a bit better. 5 pixels. This is not adapted to mobile or anything. This is just showing how to do it in React. So, and then each playlist counter should we have them style them here then, I guess?
No, style them inside the playlist counter.
Okay.
So that the styling for the playlist counter is
already started styling it here.
Contained here.
Oops. So with here it's the and display block, and I'd like to add a margin bottom. Great. Okay, that's it for those. They can be slightly larger as well.
Yeah. Can we break this into a separate object that would make the code look a little bit nicer?
To put before we
yes, so that it's playlist counter style. So it's not mixed in with the HTML. Exactly.
Like that?
Yeah, sure, that works. Can I, while we're doing this, I want to showcase some cool things with that is really hard to do. Like, it's impossible to do in CSS, and also rather cumbersome to do in stuff like less, which is that I can just throw functions in here to evaluate things. So let's say that you wanted.
If the hours is really, if there are many hours, or if there are few hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that.
Exactly. So let's say that we want the color to, if the, let's say, oh, we're looking at the playlist counter here.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it instead in the hours counter. So let's break this style out. Hours counter style. There, and let's just call it, if the color is red, does it turn red?
Yeah.
That is so amazingly ugly. All right, so let us say that is too low. If the total duration is below 10 hours.
Yeah.
Then is too low. Then it should be red. Otherwise, it should be white.
So now it's white.
Let's filter it so that we, okay. Well, it seems to only, like, how can I find something that is not just 0?
Let's do 40 hours.
Is it 40? That should be, it's 31 now, but it's...
No, wait. Total duration, we divide that by 60 down there. So the total duration is not divided by 60 yet.
Oh, hang on. Right. So this is, this is total duration, this is minutes total duration. So let total duration hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna place this here.
Yeah.
If total duration hours is below 40.
31 hours.
It's red. And I can also, like, let's say that we also want it to be if you're wondering why I'm quoting some properties, it's because JavaScript does not allow allow dashes in object property names.
Unless they're a string, in a string.
Exactly. So let's say that it's too low. Then the font weight should be bold. Otherwise, it should be normal. You can also type like this if you...
Oh.
So what's the font size?
I don't remember. 20 pixels.
20 pixels. So now we have some duplication here.
Yeah.
Between these,
yeah.
I think. So both of these, we see here, like, this is a great place, in my opinion, a great programming technique to know when you should modularize and generalize and remove duplication, is just let duplication rise first.
Yeah.
And that is what we're seeing here. So we see that
we have the width, we have the inline display inline block.
Exactly. There's some
the font size.
Exactly, they're common. So let's make those perfectly duplicated. So the font size
and the line height. I was experimenting with the line height.
Oh yeah, we have that as well.
And I know why that didn't work was because I thought it was CSS classes, or I was actually looking at the wrong the wrong counter.
Yeah. So we have width, we have display, and we have font size, and we have the line height. Also, we have the margin bottom here.
Yeah.
That's after display in the line block. So we want to create now something that is shared between these two. What would we call these things?
Counters.
Counters. Okay. So let's create a counter style here. Let counter style be
an extension of default style as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because then the other ones could extend the counter style.
Precisely. So it's all of these, perhaps?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna steal this. There. And the playlist counter style is just gonna be counter style.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any extensions to this here. But here we are extending it. So it's gonna be, we don't need these, because this is just gonna be an extension of counter style. So now we've removed quite a bit of duplication by composing these styling objects. And this is just completely impossible to do in CSS. I think it's possibly possible to do in LS or SAS. Not sure. But here we are doing it without introducing any special language or special tooling. We are just making sure of use of the tooling that React is already using for other things.
And now I just start to fix up the input field. Can I put padding on it, or do
you can.
I know? I know. I need the object. Sorry. There, and just do a font size to be 20 pixels, something like that. Something like that. And of course, we would like it to have the same beautiful font. So I will extend with the default style. How would that work? But I would have to put the color to black. Will this work? Awesome.
Yes, brilliant.
Beautiful. Because it's not used in multiple components, so we might as well just keep it here.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And just add some padding. Yeah, just add some padding, 10 pixels, because it's fun. And I'd like a background. Could I have the background change now? if it's even or uneven.
Yeah, sure.
Oops, it will crash right now. So can I know if, is it possible for me to right now know which playlist I am in the sequence?
But you can just pass that in as a prop, actually.
Oh, okay.
Just pass in the index as a prop.
So that's when we're doing the data stuff, right? Or here when I...
Yeah, exactly. You just
but map doesn't have index.
It does.
It does?
Yeah, it does as a second argument.
So the index there.
Yeah. A lot of functional purist programmers hate that, but I think it's actually very useful.
Like that?
Yeah.
And where was I? So if index modulus 2.
Yep.
This is just to check if it's even or odd. And I don't care which one it is. I just want it to be either... Okay, some cool color. It's just... Nice color. X. Oh, great.
Oh my god, Google delivers.
Silver. Yeah, it can be either silver or gray. Either silver or there. And it's called a background color. I know. Let's just be very clear here.
Yeah.
Index is not defined. Yeah, because it's called this.props.index.
Yes.
Ooh,
that's very nice.
Beautiful.
Can I also just demonstrate one further feature of that is nice, that you the fact that this is just JavaScript and not just some special language allows us to use just standard JavaScript functions here. So we can just do like is even, or is it odd?
I don't care. What do you mean? Is that a standard JavaScript function?
No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. But let's say that I want to just demonstrate the capability of using functions in your styling.
Yeah.
So let's say that we had access to that function. It's called isOdd. Number. So, and it should work now.
Yeah, and it's probably the other way around, but we don't care.
It's the other way around. It's even.
Yeah.
What is it?
Okay, and then just a final style here. Style equals margin top 10 pixels. And here, let's do a style here as well. Padding. Oops. And everything looks way nicer. And this can just be font weight bold. And I think we're sort of done.
I think so.
I don't know if this has a bold. Whatever.
I hope I sold the React styling capabilities enough. I mean, this function capability could also use that to generate your properties as well. So you can use React, for instance, if you wanted this to be like slightly like start gray and then become slightly wider, so that it became like this gradient thing. We could use functions to generate that, which would also be very difficult to do in plain CSS.
I just want them to be 4. I know this is a really, really lousy way of doing it.
Yeah, we
Perhaps it was really good that. All right.
It should be Flexbox, but
I think that's what you're really good at, making this look really good. But we have the whole functionality here. I can sort on stuff, or I can filter on stuff, and we get the hours and the playlists, and everything is conditional. And we don't have much in the CSS. We have everything in inline, but it's attached to each component. So we don't have to worry about the CSS limitations, and we can take advantage of the JavaScript benefits of doing these odd, even backgrounds and stuff.
So, should we commit this?
Yep. Making it look beautiful.
Ish. No, not ish. No, not ish. Not.
And for everyone's pleasure, we'll just publish it to Heroku. All right, it's deployed. Let's reload here. I don't know if we have to.
We do.
I refresh. Yeah, because it has to fetch the JavaScript to the client.
Well, yeah, you're talking about the auto reloading.
Yeah.
That only works on the React dev server, where it straps that away when it deploys it. So the thing that it deploys is a very sleek, minimal payload.
And here we see that it's left aligned because it's using a new CSS that's more pure. I get my playlists, and they have the conditional styling here and here. It's awesome.
We are going to do one more episode right after this one, where we just talk about what we did and reflections on this whole thing. But first, we're gonna go grab a beer.
Yeah, I think it's down here somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
And then you can click the
click
episode.
the thing.